Welcome students. Welcome to the lecture series on polarization of light, which is a part of your module optics. So today's class we are going to discuss about optical activity. So introduction to it, Bayer's law and specific rotation. So let us start. You know, we have used here a cross nickel system, a polarizer and the analyzer made up of nickel prisms. So when an unpolarized light hits a polarizer, it gets polarized, and the state of polarization will be the vibration parallel to this board. So the vibration perpendicular to this board will be cut off, so it will pass through this polarizer. Now since it is a cross nickel system, the plane of analyzer is at 90 degree with comparison to polarizer, so there will be no net intensity passing through this analyzer. So at the output you will get zero intensity. So you have started with the unpolarized light. After crossing a polarizer, you are getting a polarized light where the plane of vibration is parallel to this board. Then when it passes through the cross nickels, then you get zero intensity. But if you place a quartz plate in between the polarizer and analyzer, you doesn't get zero intensity, you get non-zero intensity at the output. Why this is so? So at the absence of quartz plate, you are getting zero intensity, but when you place the quartz plate, there is this intensity is not zero. It means plane polarized light is rotated because of this quartz plate. Otherwise you should have get intensity should be zero. But since you are getting intensity non-zero, that means the plane of the polarization plate has been rotated. It is sure shot it has been rotated. So quartz is an optically active material, first time experimentally observed by Agaro at 1811. Then what is optical activity? So if a plane polarized light is passed through some crystals like quartz along the optic axis, the plane of vibration gradually undergoes rotation about the optic axis. This phenomena is called optical activity or rotatory polarization. It means when a plane polarized light passes through a quartz-like crystal, the plane of vibration rotates. So this is called optical activity. So this angle of rotation actually depends on the thickness of the material, nature of the crystal and wavelength of the light. You see, the plane of vibration is getting rotated due to this quartz crystal. Okay, so this is called optical activity. Now we are going to define few terms. What is optically active substance? So the substances which show optical activity is called optically active substance. Then dextrorotatory. Line of vibration of the incident light rotates towards right. If the line of vibration rotates towards right, it is called dextrorotatory. And if the line of vibration rotates towards left, then it is called levorotatory. So there is two kind of rotatory polarization. One is dextro, one is levo. In one case it rotates towards right, in other case it rotates towards left. Now we are coming to Bayer's law. So Bayer actually gives some law related to this optical activity, this rotation. So he tells that the angle of rotation, say theta, this is proportional to the length of the substance traversed by the ray. Say it is L. So the angle of rotation will be proportional to the length of substance traversed by the ray. The combined rotation produced by two different substances. So you have placed two different substances. The combined rotation will be for different thickness is the algebraic sum of the rotation caused by each separately. So for two different substances, you should take two different rotation and it should be algebraically summed to get the total rotation. The rotation theta, it should be proportional to the amount of active substance, say M, present per cc. So actually it's kind of density. So amount of active substance present per cc of the solution. The rotation will be proportional to that. The amount of rotation varies with the wavelength of the incident light. and with temperature of the substance. So it depends on wavelength and temperature also. The rotation is approximately proportional to the inverse square of the wavelength. It has been seen that the rotation is approximately proportional to the inverse square of the wavelength. So these are Bayer's law. So we can simplify the Bayer's law in a mathematical form. The rotation theta should be equal to S m L by 10. So this S is called the rotatory power or specific rotation of the solution. So theta is proportional to m and L as per Bayer's law. Then when you equate them, you need a proportionality constant, which is S. So S is called the rotatory power or specific rotation of the solution. So what is specific rotation? Specific rotation of a solution is defined as the amount of rotation produced by a 10 centimeter column of liquid containing 1 gram of the active substance per cc of the solution. That's why we have taken L by 10. So specific rotation of a solution is defined as the amount of rotation produced by a 10 centimeter column of liquid containing 1 gram of the active substance per cc of the solution. So what we have learned today about optical activity, what is Bayer's law, its mathematical form, and what is specific rotation. Thank you.